Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ice Cold Takes podcast. I am your host, Joey DeMeglio, and today I am joined by my pals yet again, Cjeths and Core Python, to talk about the first two games of the Rangers' first round series against the Devils. By the time you listen to this, the Rangers will be up 2-0 in the series, heading into a Game 3 showdown Saturday night at Madison Square Garden. We have a lot to discuss.
Come on, Joey. We're talking about this. The Mets just took 2 or 3 from the Dodgers, and we're talking about this.
Yeah, Scherzer just got suspended 10 games. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about that. How's everything going, boys? How we feeling?
Ready to run through a wall.
Seriously. I'm oh my God. I am in such a good mood right now. I wish I could have seen what happened, but we'll get to that later.
I was just gonna say you're not allowed to watch the games because
No.
the Rangers won both with you not watching.
No. And you know what like gets me the most too? So I took my lunch break at 7:30 so I could be at home to watch the first period. They were down 1-0, sure as shit, by the end of the first period. The second I got back to work, they started winning. So again, just to reiterate for y'all that weren't here for the discussion earlier, I will not be watching any Rangers games physically. I will only listen to the radio broadcast because I haven't been home to watch either game, and they've won both times. But the one time I was home, they were losing. So, done, finished.
1 minute and 30 seconds into the episode, we have our ice cold moment of the day already. Cjeths.
Like I'm already pigeonholed. Like I'm already stuck. I can't even watch playoff games anymore. I've just been banned.
You have to listen to Donnie Pucks get interrupted by Dave Maloney.
Oh my God, I love it.
Donnie Pucks is amazing, though. I love Don LaGreca. He's a great announcer. Awesome. Great announcer. I hope ESPN offers him a TV job or something like that.
Oh God,
I would be sad if he doesn't call the Rangers, but I don't know. He needs something. I love that guy. But
lose him.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially me. I'm stuck listening to him now.
Yeah. I might as well throw out the fact that I went to game 1. It was a last-minute decision. I met up with some family from Staten Island, my cousins. I took the train from Somerville to Newark Penn and made the walk over there. And yeah, the Rangers they really, really beat the crap out of the Devils. I think both games 5-1.
Yeah.
So the Rangers have outscored the Devils in 2 games 10-2.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Adam Fox looking like Brian Leach out there. It's no big deal.
What is he up to now? 7 assists or is it 6?
I think he's up to 6.
He had 4 assists in game 1, Adam Fox did, and he had 2 more in game 2. Chris Kreider is a monster. He's got 4 goals, all power play goals. All power play goals, 2 each. 2 in game 1, 2 in game 2, and to top it all off, he's the all-time Rangers leader in playoff goals in franchise history. He's got 35, 36, 38 playoff goals now, and he's counting the deflections that he's gotten, especially in game 2. They weren't going in for him this year that much. They are starting to go in now. So, all the ones that went in last year, they weren't happening during the regular season for him. It's a big reason why he didn't hit 50 again, even though we all knew it wasn't going to happen. But it's starting to happen again right now, and what a time for it to come through. Chris Kreider is on a heater. The Rangers, there's a lot to talk about, man.
Dude, there is.
I mean, game 1, right, I just thought it was going to be a shootout. I thought it was going to be a 4-3 finish, like a 5-4 game, not where the Rangers are going to shut down defensively. Igor Shesterkin played outstanding game 1. He was great. Made so many great saves. And the Rangers defense, I kept saying this to all the fans there, all the Rangers fans. I kept saying that John Tortorella was secretly behind the bench for game 1.
That's what I was saying on the couch. Saying the same thing.
The Rangers blocked 23 shots in game 1.
That's insane.
I actually went on Natural Stat Trick, and I wanted to see how many shot attempts the Devils had. They had 67 shot attempts for the entire game at all strengths. Game 1. The Rangers blocked 23 of them. So it was 34% of those shot attempts the Devils had were blocked. And that's not even including like the broken up passes and the poke checks and the stick checks that the Rangers had. They were all over them. No time and space for Jack Hughes, for Tomas Tatar, for Timo Meyer to make plays. And the same deal happened again tonight. I know, Nick, you didn't see.
Well, I overheard something along those lines.
Some people say like the radio is better because someone said it's like, oh yeah, the pictures are better. It's like, what? No, it's not possible. It's like your imagination.
Well, like I'm sitting there at work, and I'll show you how I prop up my phone because I can't have headphones in. I stick my phone with the speakers in my ear like this, and I'm just walking around looking like I have like some shoulder deformity. And you hear a Rangers goal, I'm like, yes, in like the middle of an aisle, just like freaking out.
Yeah. The atmosphere, I gotta say, I was impressed with the atmosphere game 1, Rangers Devils. It was all Devils fans just saying, oh, you suck, Rangers suck, blah 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 blah. And then as soon as the Rangers went up
Igor.
Heckling Igor, I was like, damn, you're gonna do that like 5 minutes not even 5 minutes into the game on a power play. And I'm like, okay.
Some people don't learn.
He was not phased. Shesterkin was not phased, man. He stopped everything.
Well, to be fair, we wouldn't know on the power play because they didn't get one shot on the power play on that game.
Yeah, because the Rangers were too busy blocking the lanes.
Right.
Not only that, but their penalty kill was aggressive, both tonight and in game 1, which you could tell that they really tried their best to work on that and be prepared with that because they don't want to give New Jersey any bit of time because that's when they thrive. If you give them all that time, you give them the space, that's when they're going to start to score. That's when they're going to be at their best. And the Rangers did a great job of stopping that.
Yeah, that first penalty kill was damn near perfect. 1 minute and 58 seconds of perfect penalty killing. And then they got lucky. Barclay Goodrow could not clear the puck in game 2 tonight.
That I visually saw.
That pissed me off.
That was so bad.
Because he had time and space. Why didn't you go to the forehand and go out of the zone with it? He tried to get it out on the backhand for some reason.
Yeah.
That was frustrating.
Goudreau had been playing particularly well. Like game 1, I thought he had a really good game. He was very physical. And like that was the Barclay Goodrow from Tampa Bay that we saw.
Oh, yeah.
For game 1. He put in a great effort defensively, physically. Everybody in game 1 played really well. Of course, we talked about Fox and Kreider, but Tarasenko, just talk about making an immediate impact. He scores the first goal for the Rangers in game 1, and he scores the first goal for the Rangers in game 2. I don't know if they credit it if they've gone back to Trocheck again, because they were going back and forth with that. It was Tarasenko, then Trocheck, then back to Tarasenko. But if it stayed the same, Tarasenko. First goal in game 1, Tarasenko. First goal in game 2. He's doing really, really well.
And he also had a post chance like 5 minutes into the game. Yeah.
He had some really good opportunities. He had a couple shots that like kind of just missed the net too. His shot is like perfection.
Oh my god, dude.
God
the way he just like flicks his wrist and it just flies off of his stick.
So strong.
It's insane, dude.
His shot is so powerful. It gets through everything. Like the Rangers have been missing that for years. And the Rangers finally got it. They finally have it. Although it may not last forever, but let's just, let's make it last as long as possible. You know what I mean? Like let's make it last another. How many more games do we need to win? 14. At least another 14 games. There's no chance the Rangers could go 16-0 in the playoffs. Losses are inevitable.
Well, if I don't watch it, we can. But I might sneak in the game. No, dude. You know what's? I'll tell you this much right now, just on that Tarasenko point. The last player I can think of the Rangers having that had a shot like that was Marian Gaborik. We haven't had anyone even close to that since. Like, dude, he's strong as hell. By the way, that guy does not go down very easy. People bounce off of him. I don't know. I think this team right now, I was concerned about them going into the playoffs. Now, granted, We're nowhere close to done. Last season when we went up 2-0 on Tampa Bay, we got reverse swept. So I'm not saying anything's done by any means, but the way we look right now is a complete 180 from what we looked like at most points in the second half of the regular season. We are just firing on all cylinders. And my favorite part of the game that I got to see was in the first period when the kid line was out there. There was a scrum in front of the net. Dougie Hamilton shoved Kako, and Kako absolutely manhandled Dougie Hamilton. I don't know if you guys saw, but he had him. Oh my God. It was like some WWE shit. That was like, I did not realize Kako. I knew he was strong, but I did not realize he was like a brute like that. That was fucking awesome to watch, especially against like their big defensemen too. Like Dougie Hamilton, 6'6", 2 1/4, whatever he is, just to throw him around like that. Fucking man, I love that.
They're fake tough guys. They're fake tough guys. In game one, you had Barclay Goodrow getting his head right into the snow, pushed into the ice by Damon Severson. He gets back up and tries to challenge Severson to a fight, and Severson just goes to the bench. Like, come on. Bunch of fake tough guys. And then, again, that's how they were going to win this series, playing it along the boards. You have Barclay Goodrow in game one on the penalty kill, dump the puck in, and he's taking on 3 guys just holding it against the boards. Like, freaking love it.
I want to come back to this, but I have to say before I do, Kaapo Kakko was on a heater tonight. He was playing outstanding. I think he will never, ever, ever forget the moment he was scratched from game 6 of last year's playoffs. He's never forgetting that, and it will never happen again. It's never going to happen again. He will not let it happen. He was on point.
There's a small chance.
I was going to say.
No, man. No.
You never know. Hey, if Lecisions has a good practice, you don't know.
Yeah.
Phantom Jake.
Maybe Brett Howden comes back.
It's not that guy.
Oh my God. Howdy. Hey, what's the score right now in Vegas? Not to even get off topic. Are they down in Winnipeg again?
They were last I checked.
Winnipeg scored the first goal. Adam Lowry scored.
Pierre-Luc Dubois, man, he's not a happy guy.
I thought Vegas scored first, but Hellebuck made an outrageous save. Like,
it's 1-1 now?
His entire body was in the net. Yes, it is 1-1 right now. Cjeths and Golden Knights.
What a weird
also
playoffs, man. Jesus.
2-2 between the Kraken and Avalanche in the second intermission.
I still think the Kraken are going to win it. Dude, I'm telling you right now, no one want to listen to me. I picked the Kraken. Dude, on the squad pod, didn't I say the Kraken were going to push it to either 7, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win?
You did. You also said something about Adam Fox having a great playoff run, and
I also said something maybe about Chris Kreider needing to step up, which he might have. He's been all right.
I want to also touch on, so going back to what you guys were talking about, the physical side. I have no idea what the referees were doing in tonight's game.
Oh, yeah, Adam Fox just helping out by taking John Marino away from the scrum. Oh, roughing. No, can't have
roughing.
that.
Smell ya.
And I was watching the TBS broadcast for the first period because
God bless your soul.
Why? I mean, like, I really, really wish I was watching MSG.
So you could hear Sam yell when Trocheck at the crossbar. He scores!
That was the third period, too.
Yeah,
right in the end, too. He did that. He hit the crossbar. I thought it looked like a pretty good shot. Keith Jones was saying, like, on the previous play, like the previous whistle, Fox was like in there, got physical, and like he wasn't given a penalty. It was almost like he was insinuating that they called the penalty on him because he was getting involved in the previous play, which should have nothing to do with the call that was made, right? Like, literally, he just pulled a player away from Zibanejad being cross-checked, and he gets the roughing penalty?
Yeah, and then you're at seconds before that, Nico Hischier sitting on the puck, and it's just like, nah.
Yes, right in the slot.
Yeah,
nah, that's okay.
He's straddling the puck right on top of it, and nothing.
Riding it like Seabiscuit. No, it's not a problem. You can have it.
And let's like Holla takes a slashing penalty with 2:40 left in the game or whatever. Oh, let's not send him to the locker room, right? The guy that starts all this bullshit.
No.
Let's not send him. Let's send Fox and Schneider. Let's send all these guys that had nothing to do with it to the locker room.
They're not used to Fox throwing bod, I guess. That's just what it is. He is throwing bod like crazy this postseason.
Dude, seriously.
Pardon my French, but the Devils, they started the whole fucking thing. Like,
they did.
They did. They were asking for it.
Maloney was
sore
freaking
losers.
out. Maloney was freaking
Oh, I
out.
can
on
only
What
imagine.
what a clown show they are in New Jersey, from their fan base to their team. I mean, I said it time and time again on my episodes. They're just a bunch of cocky pieces of shit. That's just what it is. And I'm so glad, no matter what, the fans that were coming at me saying Devils in 4 or 5 can't be right, even if the series turns, just glad those idiots cannot be right. Because I said to them, there was no chance in hell that the Devils were going to walk all over the Rangers so easily. And so far, not happening.
Let me give the benefit of the doubt. There were a handful of Devils fans I did speak to that were very respectful.
Yes.
And they were good fans.
Yeah, I don't mean all Devil fans. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. I just want to do that because I had some nice conversations the other day with some nice people.
Just the problem is it's the loudest voice in the room, and the loudest voice in the room are the dudes that are just trolls and assholes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like they were all like, "Oh yeah, the Rangers suck. Igor sucks." Blah blah blah. Game 1, and then as soon as the Rangers went up 4-0, it's like, it's only one game. Why are you guys getting so ahead of yourself? It's only one game. Why are you Rangers fans so excited? You're so stupid. It's a best of 7 series. I gotta leave. I can't. I got work tomorrow. Blah blah blah. Right. It's like, yeah. You weren't saying that earlier. You weren't saying that earlier. Why are you saying it now? I wonder.
Yeah, and then you had some Devils fans saying Kane should die in a car crash.
Just wow, that's some classy stuff right there. Wow.
Yeah.
The Garden State, huh?
Man. Let me pull up a comment from the YouTubes. This team feels different from the previous years because it used to rely on the goalie, but this year it's more about the team. And if all fails, Igor's still there to shut them down. Thank you for the comment. Yes, I very much agree with this take. Shesterkin, while he's been solid recently, is definitely not the same season as last year. Very difficult to replicate that level, those statistics. Rangers are a much more offensive-minded team this year compared to last year. And, and again, compared to, like, years past with, like, Lundqvist, it's not all defense and goaltending focus. It's offense focused. Like, 10 goals in the first 2 playoff games. That's outstanding. That second period tonight in Game 2, wow. Unbelievable. And, I want to put the analytics to the side for a second because I know the Rangers scored a bunch of power play goals and Kreider's got 4 of them in this series already. They don't get those power plays if their even strength play is not good.
100%.
If they're not putting their foot on the gas. Timo Meier doesn't take that stupid penalty on Zibanejad that leads to a goal.
Granted, there are some dumb penalties that New Jersey's been taking. They've taken a couple offensive zone penalties.
But why do you
particularly Miles Wood?
But why do you think they take stupid penalties? Because they're being pressured, right?
And they're getting frustrated.
They're getting frustrated, and so it forces them to make a stupid play and kick themselves in the foot. Kick themselves in the butt.
I was gonna pull that comment up, but it doesn't let me.
Yeah, it's a good thing because we can actually bail Igor out this season and score 4 or 5 a game. Yeah. Lundqvist is shaking his head on the sidelines right now.
He's like, where was this for the past 20 years? Jesus Christ.
And speaking of Lundqvist, have you guys listened to his podcast at all yet?
No, I haven't listened to
it's
the
actually
podcast.
Pretty good. He's had it would take me months to get these guys on my show. Of course, it's Henrik Lundqvist. His first episode, he had Eli Manning on. And his
then he
second
had
episode,
A-Rod.
Mike Richter.
Seriously.
And now he's got A-Rod. I have to listen to that one. I can't wait to listen to that one.
It is pretty cool. He's an interesting guy. I don't know. As interesting as he is, I don't know if I could. I mean, I would try his podcast. I just don't know if I could listen to it because I like when I listen to podcasts, I need a little bit of humor in there, and I feel like it would just be so serious the whole time. I wouldn't. Yeah. I don't know. I'll try. I'm gonna try it though.
He's very modest, but
yes.
I understand what you're saying. You want some humor in the podcast,
yes.
But some things, especially with him, the conversations that he has with Eli and Mike Richter, you kind of learn a lot because they're similar. Him and Richter were pretty similar. They had some similarities with how they played and stuff. They shared some stories, and I like that they connect with each other too.
Yes.
Mike was asking Henrik questions too. It was a back and forth kind of thing. It wasn't just an interview. It was these two
We'll
guys
give it a
are
shot.
friends, and it's just shooting the shit, basically.
Screw it. I will give it a shot. The Richter
Yeah.
podcast, I'm definitely interested in. The
Yeah.
A-Rod one,
I don't know about the A-Rod one. I will listen to that, but I don't know if it's gonna be.
I don't
like
need
my
to hear
favorite
about him
movie.
and J-Lo getting divorced and all that.
no.
I don't know about that.
Definitely don't
That-
want to hear the friggin' Manning one after that bastard was wearing Devil's gear tonight.
Yeah.
I know.
What an
He's
L.
got to get John McEnroe on his show because I know he loves tennis and he always hangs out with John McEnroe. Here's another comment here from YouTube. Do you guys believe we have the most depth in the playoffs? Yeah, I have to. I mean,
Well, how are we
it's either
phrasing
the
this?
Rangers or
Yeah.
Boston.
How are we phrasing this? Are we phrasing this as is this the most depth that a Rangers team has had, or are we saying
Yeah.
that this is the most depth out of any team that's currently in the playoffs? Because that's two different things.
Yeah.
So
This is a tough question. Like, I'll tell you right now, I think we have the. It's gonna sound bizarre. I think we have the deepest top in the. Hold on, I won't use the word deepest. We have the strongest top 6, but I do believe there are teams with really strong bottom 6s, like Boston. Even Seattle's got a deep ass team.
any team currently. Okay.
We're up there.
Boston's probably first because
Mhm.
they got like Hall playing on like their third line.
Yeah.
Even though they just the Panthers walked all over them last night.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Is that it doesn't matter if the team's gonna continue to play like this going forward. I know it's gonna be hard for them to do for every amount of game in the playoffs. There's gonna be times where they get outplayed. There's gonna be times where they lose. But as long as they could give a consistent effort like this, and at least keep games close, then we cannot be complaining. And yeah, the Rangers' depth could go against any team.
Yeah.
They also look really fresh too.
Yes.
In the second period, the kid line didn't see that much time because there were so many penalties and power play chances for the Rangers. It was all like Kane and Fox and Zibanejad getting all the points and stuff. So you have the kids sitting on the sidelines and the fourth line sitting on the sidelines for like 5 minutes. They come out, they look ready to go. They look like super fresh, super fast, and ready to put in a good even strength shift. And like that's advantageous too, because when, let's say in game 3, the Devils tighten it up and are more disciplined, then you rely on those guys to get you some good shifts in the offensive zone. And the kid line did. It wasn't technically the full kid line because I think Lafreniere was on the bench or in the box or something, but Hedel set up Kakko for a nice one-timer for the Rangers' 5th goal tonight. No big deal. It was quite the shot from Capo Kakko, who's apparently a bust to all Devils fans.
Yeah. As long as Hughes performs better than Kakko, they won the series.
Right, exactly right.
Yeah, like in game one, I wasn't expecting a shutout, but like when it got so far into the third period and like that, then Trouba took the penalty. I was like, man, really? It was cool to witness a penalty shot live, though. I've never witnessed a penalty shot live before, so that was kind of cool. I mean, for the Devils fans that stayed, okay, all right, you earned that goal, fine. But the Rangers got 5.
Yeah.
And then tonight, the Rangers just took over the building.
They got to do it again, though, man. I'm going to be a broken record and say it again, but this happened in Tampa Bay last year. We went up 2-0 on the road, went back to the Garden, and then dropped 4 in a row. Like, not that I'm accusing them of doing it again this year, but you've got to keep your foot on the gas, keep your foot on their damn throats, and just drive through them.
I feel more confident this year for sure than last year.
100%.
Tampa Bay was way more experienced. Now the Rangers are the one with the experience. 2, they're coming back home versus going on the road to Tampa Bay. 3, just hearing Chris Kreider's post-game comment had me ready to run through a wall because these guys are just all business. He said in the post-game, because he was asked about how, because he said the previous game 2 is the toughest to win. He said game 3 is the toughest to win in this post-game tonight.
I love that.
Yeah,
I was ready to run through a wall when I read that.
Yeah.
Put me on the ice. Dude,
Yeah.
This team, I'll tell you right now, too, Patrick Kane, 4 points in 2 games. I was told he was too old to play.
Nah, he sucks.
I was told he was ass and a waste of a deadline pickup. 4 points in 2 games is, I mean, it's okay. I'm not saying I couldn't, but I don't know.
Yeah, he turned it up to 11 tonight.
Dude, oh my, that goal was gross, dude.
I swear I thought he was passing that. It was a 2-on-0 down low. I swear he was passing it.
He fooled everyone.
Every single Ranger makes that pass 11 times out of 11. Every single Ranger.
It's scary when Kane's shooting the puck. Kane had a shot in the first period that surprised me. He was on the power play. He blasted a wrist shot. It hit Vanacek's glove so hard it literally popped out. You know how hard you got to shoot a puck to hit the goalie right in the glove and have it bounce out the way it did?
Oh yeah,
like dude, he's got a freaking shot. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, man. He might not be as fast and spry as he used to be, but he's still a good ass hockey player.
He looked pretty fast on that breakaway goal.
If this keeps up, I will definitely owe him an apology for tallying a name on Timo Meyer when we were at the Garden, tallying Showtime or Timo time. I will definitely owe him an apology then.
I forgot about that. That's so true. The Showtime Timo time counter.
I have to say though, like, I understand that the Devils are a young team. They're a very dangerous team to play against. I understand that, but this is our year. This is our year.
I hope so, dude. I'm counting on it.
The Rangers went through exactly what the Devils went through within these first 2 games. Like, right. I'm not saying the Rangers are sweeping the Devils. I'm not saying that. The Devils, they just got out again. They got outscored 10-2 in the first 2 games. Remember when the Rangers, when they first went into the play-in series, they got walked. They got destroyed. Dismantled. They stood no chance against the Hurricanes, a team that had went to the conference finals the year prior. So the same thing is happening. It's not that the Devils are a bad team. It's just that, the Rangers know what they're doing. They played 20 games last year in the playoffs. Every player needs to know what they're doing.
Right.
And if they don't, then they're not going to play. But it's every single player is showing up right now from top to bottom. So that's why I think I'm seeing the results here. If they need to be able to keep this up, at least for this series, I think they should.
They need to close it out latest 5 games at this rate.
Get it over with, 100%. Dude, I'll tell you who's really surprised, and I shouldn't say surprised with a negative connotation, but he's outdone what I thought he would do so far, is Tarasenko. Tarasenko, I think, has showed a lot that he's more than just a goal scorer. He's done a lot. He's forcing turnovers. He's playing physical. He's back to checking like a mother effer. Like, this dude is up and down the ice literally everywhere. I'm telling you right now, Tarasenko, he blew, so far in the 2 games, he's completely exceeded all expectations.
I mean, it's
easy money.
Yeah, easy for Cjeths there.
He doesn't
even need it. He can play in the 4th line and get it.
I'll play lefty. Don't worry about it. Me and Mono will be ripping it up.
Kane made some pretty good defensive plays too,
dude.
Yeah, that one they made when he got the goal too.
Yeah.
Dude, that was sneaky. That little stick lift, huh?
Yeah,
I love this. I love that we're so happy and having fun right now. I really hope this continues.
I mean, it's amazing what happens when they're in places that they want to play.
Yes, dude. Yeah. Yes.
Because Tarasenko just didn't care his last 2 years in St. Louis, it seemed like.
Who the hell would? I mean, they were just playing like, you know what, dude? It's going to be great. The Rangers are going to go 16-0 in the playoffs. Kane and Tarasenko are both going to re-sign $1 million a year, and I'm going to buy his jersey. We'll all go to another Ranger game. You'll have your Lecision jersey. I'll have my Tarasenko jersey. You'll have your Kane.
ready to go 98-0 next year. Count playoff games.
No, they'll go. No, add another 8 games to that, according to Frank the Tank.
Wait, are they expanding 84 games next year? Is that the year after they're talking about going to 84 games? Right, they were talking about chopping off the preseason games. Is that next year? It goes to 84?
That I don't know.
Good question.
The NHL, where the amount of games goes up before the salary cap.
Right, exactly. Oh, 100%.
Mikkola is greater than Timo.
He has more points than Timo right now.
Yeah. Dude, seriously. Dude, Mikkola, you know what? Mikkola's another one. He's kind of exceeded expectations because he kind of looked like ass at points in the regular season. He's been consistently playing well. I mean, honestly, I think for a defenseman, if you're like a 5th or 6th defenseman, the best game you have is the one where you're not noticed.
It's funny watching him play. I got to say, it is just funny watching him because he does not know how big he actually is.
No.
He doesn't at all.
He's never grown into his body fully. He's still like that awkward stage of adolescence where he just grew a foot in a year and just hasn't figured it out yet. He's like a baby giraffe.
Yeah.
Panarin so far has been up and down, especially on the backtrack.
That was my point before. Everybody's been contributing. Everybody's been contributing, and that's been the difference as well. Where New Jersey, it's just, oh, this guy's contributing, this guy's not. You have everyone on the team contributing for the Rangers.
There's not really a hole right now in the lineup. There's not like one guy I can even think of that's like, I guess he could be doing better. I feel like everyone's pulling their weight.
That's the beauty of the team sport. You don't point fingers. You just we're all in this together. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this done. Rangers the Rangers
where it looks like the Devils are relying way too much on Hughes and Heischer.
Oh yeah, they're relying almost entirely on their top guys. Hey, how much you want to bet Luke Hughes is playing Game 3?
No, Brendan Smith. Kevin Ball.
Kevin Ball.
I mean, it's not. I don't. That's not going to make a difference for a victory.
It's not. Well, I mean, who knows? I mean, we saw what a youth infusion will do in the playoffs for a team. I don't know. I think even though they're getting grossly outscored, considering they only have 2 goals, they play poor. But I don't know, man. Speed kills. I wouldn't be surprised if they threw him in and they played better with him in the lineup.
I think what they need to do is get Dryden Hunt and scratch Jack Hughes.
They could take decision too. Like, hear me out. Like, let's say, for example, right, the Devils' 4th line next game: Lecision, Howden, Hunt. I'm just saying, throw Matt Pumple in there if you don't want Dryden Hunt. It might work.
They have Dryden Hunt.
No, could you imagine though?
They have Curtis Lazar. They should throw Lazar in there.
Do they really?
Yeah, they have Curtis Lazar. They got him at the deadline.
Curtis Lazar. He used to be one of those top prospects in NHL 13, 4.5-star potential. He never panned out. He was
the future.
I think he actually went in the 3rd round the year he was drafted. That draft class, 2013 draft class, was supposed to be really good. It wasn't as good as it was.
Dude, it was freaking brutal. That 2012 draft class too with Nail Yakupov. It was Yakupov, Ryan Murray, and
Griffin Reinhart.
And Griffin Reinhart. Look at a weird draft.
Yeah.
Someone said Licardio's been slacking.
Cardio.
Didn't the Jets sign Lazard to play wide receiver?
Different Lazard. Different one.
I just got it. He's so much better. Alan Lazard.
Are the Knicks playing tonight? Not to even straight farther off from where we're at.
No, they play tomorrow. No, don't do that, because the amount of people that got pissed at us for talking about baseball for a couple minutes last.
Oh my god! Remember?
Yeah.
Squad pod.
Somebody timestamped. If you're curious when they stop talking about baseball, this is the timestamp.
No way!
I'm like, bro, you watched the entire 5 hours and gave people the timestamp?
Wait a minute, hang on. We have to talk about this. You guys went 5 hours on that?
Yeah.
I was there for an hour and a half.
Dude, we almost went over. Like, I went to bed at 2:30. Grace looked at me and she's like, "What the fuck were you guys talking about for so long?" Dude, we might have covered literally everything that ever existed in human history. We talked about everything. Dude, we talked about gaming at one point. Like, we talked about everything.
We got to gaming.
Did you pull Stat Boy Steven to 8 o'clock his time?
Dude, Step Boy Steven was I think he left maybe a minute before or after you left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was out first.
Oh, dude, it was a lot of fun though. I just sit and bullshit for 5 hours, just about whatever.
Yeah,
I was surprised that they got pissed about baseball, but gaming, no, that was okay. But baseball, no go.
Yeah.
Baseball, kibosh, get it out.
Joe Graves was all in on that 5 hours.
Dude, I think he was the most active in chat. Like, I
love it, Joe.
Dude, I love that. I love an interactive chat, man. Gives you more to talk about too, so we don't go off on tangents.
This has honestly been my most interacted like podcast stream on here, because like I don't usually mine is just like Spotify and Apple Podcast. Yeah,
right.
I told everyone in the end of my post game to get in here. That's
Oh,
part of
okay.
it.
Dude,
All right, yeah,
I'm
there you
telling
go.
you, we need to do this more often. I love shit like this. I'm telling you, it's about you build a community because right now I feel like Rangers Twitter is such a boys club. You got all the big names out there that really don't interact with very many people, and I love the shit because I love talking to everybody. I said it on the Squad Pod stream. Every time I get a comment on YouTube, a reply on Twitter, I respond to everything because I freaking love doing this stuff.
Yeah,
It's my favorite thing in the world.
I try to respond to everybody as well.
It's
Call
so
of
much
Duty
fun. I love
Zombies
it.
for an hour.
Yeah, we did do that for an hour.
Halo. I'll play Halo for an hour.
Dude, you got to get on our Warzone squad. We're ready to rip Warzone. We're ready to rip Shell 23. We're gonna be getting
Yeah.
active.
Maybe I'll play Chell. Maybe I'll play Chell.
Yes.
I wish they still had like the old like NHL 14 online servers.
God.
If somebody was dedicated enough,
We
they
were
could have an
talking
hour
about
on
that. Yeah. We went off the rails with that too. That was another hour conversation about how bullshit it is that EA shut down the servers.
Oh
That
my
was the
God.
last great EA NHL game.
Yeah, because we
Yes.
could have ran connected franchise. It would have been great.
Dude, that would
Yeah,
have been
GM Connected.
yes, dude. That
I
would have
never,
been so
I
sick.
played it like one time, but it was like it was.
Oh, it was so much
shit.
fun.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of friends, so I rarely played it.
Oh,
Dude, my
no.
buddies and I, we recruit people on like Reddit. We'd be on Reddit like, hey, we're starting a GM Connected. Join our server.
Go to old Reddit. That was like
Oh
before
my God.
Discord. Yeah.
Reddit was not safe as a youngin.
Yeah.
I don't know what we would think we were doing on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. NHL 12, 13, and 14 were great,
Classics.
great titles.
Classic games,
Great
dude.
titles.
The good old days.
soundtracks, too.
Oh my God.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I can't remember the last time I got a sports game and did not immediately mute the jukebox the second I turned the game on. Like I've had
Been
the
a while.
default, dude. I seriously since NHL switched over to new gen, you know, like that. Like the first new gen game, it didn't have a soundtrack. That stupid like menu screen. I've had that for the past 6-7 years, however long it's been.
What is
Hey, I have an Avery jersey.
So do I.
You
for
know I'll
this-
be ripping that.
I can't rock my Avery jersey game 1 or for game 3 because I rocked Tarasenko for game 1 and 2. I gotta rock that game 3.
How
Have
about
to.
this? How about this? I'll do this, and I'll make this a promise. If the Rangers win the Stanley Cup, I will fly to New York, go to the Cup parade, and I'll wear my Dylan McElrath jersey.
Wow, that's a once in a lifetime moment, and you're gonna wear a Dylan McElrath jersey.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm going all in. I am committed to winning. I am willing to spend the money on the plane ticket and spend my dignity by wearing a McElrath jersey. Yes, I will do both.
This is
Wow.
for the Spotify listeners that can't see this. The comment we got was if Cjeths goes to a Rangers playoff game by some miracle, he has to wear either a Tanner Glass jersey or Sean Avery because Brit.
Well, dude, I'll tell you right now, if the Rangers, if we win the first round or even the second round, whatever it might be, if we meet up with the Hurricanes, you know damn well I'm going to be there
Yeah.
again at some point. I was at Game 7. I'm not going to miss it again. And as always, y'all are more than welcome to stay here and come to some games and hopefully watch the Rangers in their cup run because I'm like getting jittery like thinking about it. I'm getting all excited. I'd
Yeah,
love
do we
to go to
even
a
know
game.
if the Hurricanes are going to make it to the second round? Though
Well, that's an interesting question that I had too. Would
they
you
are up
rather?
2-0.
Would you rather play the Carolina Hurricanes, who don't have great goaltending, who we beat last year and we're familiar with,
And
or
are injured.
that too? They just lost Teravainen too. Or would you rather play the Islanders, who have the goalie, but there's less travel involved, and that could keep them fresh if they make the conference final and get by round 2. And then also, I wouldn't say that they're an outstanding team either. That series has just been laughable, in my opinion. It has been funny to watch that series.
I won't say who I want to pick because I think I don't want to put bad luck, bad juju on this team and pick a
Pick
second
your
round
opponent.
yet.
Fair enough.
And I want to get past the first round first. If we get there, I'll give you my pick. If we get there,
Fair enough.
How could you forget Tanner Glass's legendary backhand off the face-off? Put
Over
Crosby to
carry.
He
shame?
has more goals than Jack Eichel.
I love it.
Aren't playoff goals a pain in the neck?
Bastard. Hey,
Unreal.
not for nothing though. I heard the Sabres wanted Laffy and Kako and picks for.
Yeah, I was gonna
Eichel.
say that guy's worth Laffy, Kako, Niels Lundqvist, Braden Schneider, and 3 first-round picks.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
Maybe
Niels
Niels
house.
Lundqvist.
Like,
Is Niels
I can't
Lundqvist
believe-
scratched?
I don't think he's playing.
I don't
I
think
don't
he's
think so.
playing either.
I cannot believe Sabre fans though were like, "Oh, Ranger fans are being ridiculous with what they think Eichel's worth."
And they
You
didn't
know,
get shit
you know
done.
what's ridiculous? You know what's ridiculous? Even though I'm just gonna go on a rant, even though I haven't heard anything about analytics, but sometimes analytics bothers me. And like in games like with like the Rangers, game one, the Rangers beat the crap out of the Devils. They were better than them in all aspects of the game: offense, defense, goaltending. Rangers had it all. No analytic is going to prove that otherwise. I'm sorry. Not high danger chances for, not expected goals for, none of that. The Rangers blocked 23 shots. 34% of the attempts were blocked. No shooting lanes, no passing lanes. Rangers gave them none of it.
You
And
made
the
me
Rangers
curious
scored
though.
5 goals.
Money Puck actually had us crushing the deserve the win meter tonight.
What was it?
Oh, really?
81-19.
That's
Really?
still kind of bizarre for a game where you scored 5 goals and won by 4.
Yeah.
That is what was the shots tonight? What was the did we outshoot them?
Yeah, we outshot them, I think 30-23.
And that's so their percentage was lower than their shots on net. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
if you
at least got
look
that
at
confirmed.
the chart, there's a lot more high danger chances for the Rangers, and the expected goals for the Rangers was 3.62. For the Devils, it was 2.19.
How do they figure 3.62 expected goals for? Was there like did we just score 1.5 goals that weren't deserved?
I guess so.
Vanacek made some pretty good saves, especially in the first period. But the Rangers just kept pushing.
Yeah.
Like you keep upping the pressure. Eventually, the puck's gonna go in, no matter what. Like you can't. The goalie's not gonna be able to stop everything. Like we tried that years ago, and it didn't work.
Tried it for Lundqvist's entire tenure.
So like I could understand. I like using analytics to evaluate a player, but it's not the end all be all. You can seriously, like, where I have skepticism is like when the Rangers destroy the Predators 7-0, but the Money Puck's got the deserve to win a meter as like 50%, 50 something percent for the Predators. That makes no sense. How? How?
It doesn't. Math is not a perfect science. Like I don't know. The world is not just numbers. There's more to the world than just that. And I don't know. Like you said, they're a good aid, but that's about it.
Vanacek almost shit his pants on the highs the Vanacek shot in the first. Yeah, it was coming at him.
This is interesting too with Money Puck. Who do you think at even strength led the Rangers in expected goals for tonight?
Patrick Kane.
No.
From listening, the name I heard the most was Kreider. However, if I'm going to guess, Kako.
Nope.
Really?
Is
it a defenseman?
Could be.
Jacob Trouba?
No.
A breakaway. Damn. That's how you know things are going bad when Trouba's fucking zipping in our breakaway.
Is it Jimmy Vesey?
No, one more guess each.
Can we get a hint?
I don't know how to give a hint here.
Forward or defenseman? Would that be a dead giveaway?
I mean, if I say it's a giveaway, then you know it's a defenseman.
Exactly.
Now.
I'm kind of pigeonholing. All right, we got one more guess each, and I already said Trouba.
Did you say Fox?
Nobody said Fox, and it was Adam Fox with 1.14.
There you go.
Okay.
Look
all
at
right,
that.
there you go.
Chestnut checkers.
If you go to all situations, though, it was Kane with 2.26.
Got him both.
Hey, but I heard he had shitty analytics. I heard.
Yeah.
Not good.
That's what
Timo Meyer and his 0.49 expected goals for was better.
We weren't getting him to be the face of the team. We were getting him to be support for the team.
Isn't that amazing? Like you can go out there and say that instead of Vladimir Tarasenko and like the word and Patrick Kane are not the piece of the puzzle. They're just pieces of the puzzle. How insane is that? Like,
right.
I still sometimes like I'll be like just mulling through my day and be like, man, Patrick Kane and Vladimir Tarasenko are literally on my team right now, and I'm not staring at my Xbox. Like that's like this is real life. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Also, expected goals, Fox led, but expected penalty minutes, Wes McCauley. That's That's Adam Fox. Yeah, he was. Those guys were up Adam Fox's ass all night. Again, I gotta say, like, I don't get it. And speaking of the penalties, you got a comment here talking about Schneider. Why did the Rangers get the extra penalty after the fight? Also, my guy was throwing haymakers. Beautiful to watch.
They got it because you know.
Yeah. He looked the wrong way.
It was 6 minutes and 40 seconds left.
He gave me a bad look.
He was punching too hard.
They wanted to get those players out of the game because they were afraid that after 5 minutes had passed, they would fight again, and they want to police the game. I could understand that. It's just that when Paula, who's starting crap and all this, gets a slashing penalty with a little over 2 minutes left, you don't throw him out of the game. You don't give him an extra penalty. Nothing. None of that.
No.
But you throw away half the Rangers bench.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's cool, right? Yeah.
No,
And let's take half an hour to drop the puck. Both games. What is these? What are the referees' deals?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it worked out for one of the power play goals. Kreider won the draw cleanly on it. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that comment by Joe, Vanacek almost shit his pants on the Zibanejad shot. He was shitting his pants a lot tonight.
Yeah.
He looked rattled. The entire New Jersey Devils looked rattled. And now they have to come to Madison Square Garden down 2-0, hearing Bob O'Reilly blasting through the fucking arena with the crowd going ballistic. Good luck.
Dude, I'm so...
Good luck is all I got to say.
I'm bricked up for fucking O'Reilly to play, dude. Maybe I'll hear it on the radio because I can't watch the game.
Remember when
Matt freaking Cullen? That name does not get spoken out loud.
Minnesota Wild legend. And Ward, which Ward?
Are you talking about Aaron Ward?
Oh yeah,
mid 2000s.
Yeah, he played for the Hurricanes. I know he was on that Hurricane Stanley Cup team. So
I started watching the Rangers. I was too young in 2004 to understand what was going on, but 2005, 2006, when they came back, is when I really started watching.
That was the year they got swept by the Devils, right, in the playoffs?
No, I think yes, because 06, 07 was the year they lost to the Thrashers in the second round. That hurt. No, they lost to they swept the Thrashers. They lost to the Sabres.
Oh, Sabres.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a sad day as a youngin' because I didn't understand what was going on. I just knew I didn't get to watch my favorite team anymore.
I mean, that is too young for me, Cullen and Ward. I wasn't watching the Rangers at that point, but I do remember when they added Ryan Clough in 2013.
Oh God, Ryan Clough.
Yeah.
They gave up a couple depth picks for that, second and third, I think.
Yep.
Remember when they got John Scott, even though they were already a tough team as is.
Although you know what? Go ahead. Sorry.
And as on the note of toughness, it's crazy that the Rangers have done a 180 in the toughness aspect.
Yeah.
Every single player on the Rangers can fight for themselves. Like
Ryan Reeves did his job.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like I don't want to hear they don't have enough toughness. They're too soft. They have too many playmakers. No. They're guys that could get the job done. They're not afraid to go in there. Like I don't want Panarin going in there, but I know Trocheck will do it. Trocheck's not afraid to. He's gonna fight somebody by the end of this series.
100%.
Game one,
100%.
like from what I saw, after every whistle, he was speaking. He was like in a Devils player's face, like saying something. He was chirping them, something. I don't know what he was saying, but obviously there was pushing and shoving. So
it's not only that, they're openly laughing at them too while they're just throwing fists at them.
Who was it, Holla, that got that pushed Trocheck from behind and as the whistle blew and he
and Trocheck, I don't even know what he was saying, but all I heard him saying was what?
Yeah, he was just laughing.
It was great.
Michael McLeod needed an ice
I
pop.
thought we were talking about Cody McLeod. Damn it.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
And the Devils might have a chance in the series.
Yeah.
This might be a 1-1 series if they had Cody McLeod.
Yeah, McLeod in the penalty box needed an ice pack for his head. Schneider throwing house bricks at him.
Dude.
And it wasn't even phased. He wasn't even phased. Like he just he was just sitting there, just taking it all in. Like, nope.
Dude,
I'm
how
done.
awesome is Braden Schneider, man? Talk about another pick that we just hit out of the damn park. And you know what I love the most about the Schneider pick is who did we trade up in front of in order to get Schneider because we thought he was going to go there.
The Devils.
There you go.
And you know who the Devils picked?
Shakir Mukabalabala.
Mukamadulin. Yeah.
What we're doing. There you go.
Yeah.
No, his first
And
name's
my other
Shakir.
favorite part of that is that I hated the pick at first. So
Yeah. I think a lot of people did hate that pick because Hendrik LaPierre.
we need a center.
Yeah. Oh my! I was definitely one of those people. Although I think I reverted within 10 minutes that I liked the pick because I saw something on Twitter the Devils were looking for him. I said I love that, dude. He's been freaking awesome.
Yeah, I saw that people were saying that he was great in juniors, that he's a big, rough and tough defenseman, and that this is a good pick, even though the Rangers didn't need defensemen. Okay, all right, so I got on board with that, and he's played really well.
Well, dude, Schneider is really showing like what could potentially be the future of a defensive defenseman, where defensive defensemen aren't these like big, slow bruisers. There's mid-sized guys that defend really well, can skate, can move the puck, but if you get in their way, they will drill you, and he is not afraid to throw hands. Like I think he's setting the stage for what we're going to see for prototypical modern defensive defensemen in the NHL.
Yeah, he could skate. He's got some offensive upside to his game.
He's got wheels, dude.
Yeah. He's good. He's a good skater. Like he had some goals this year. Last year he played pretty well offensively too. I thought he make well with guys like Panarin and stuff like that. He's a third pair defenseman though. So yeah, the other team's gonna get chances. They have to get chances on somebody.
Right.
It's like your weakest link. But yeah, let's see. Let's go to another comment here. The thing with the grit in this day and age is grit in itself is not good enough. There needs to be skill attached. Yeah. So literally the reason we got Blay, unfortunately, Subban wanted to change that. Yeah, well, I mean, Blay didn't end up working out, but yeah, in the beginning, Blay did look good, although he never had a goal for the Rangers.
There's a reason they drafted a guy like Othman.
Yeah. Othman, see, like, all right, so for next year, we don't know how these guys are going to be.
Don't rush him. Let him play in the minors. We have a good enough roster today. We don't need to rush them. I think the only player realistically that you could feasibly call up and offer a top 9 role to, assuming that this team is different roster going next season, is Will Cooley. I think otherwise you let Othman do what the Red Wings did so well for so long. They not only let their prospects marinate in the minors, they let them over marinate. So that way, when they're ready, they're 100% ready. You don't force them into a situation and risk throwing that busword around. I think the biggest mistake the Rangers made with Kakko and Lafreniere was throwing them into the mix right away, and that's why they had a slower start.
Which Red Wings are you talking about?
Datsuk, Zetterberg, even Anthony Mantha.
Okay.
No, hold on. Anthony Mantha was a first-round pick they let over marinate. Dylan Larkin, I believe, spent the year in Grand Rapids. Like, they had a lot of – even Moritz Seider didn't jump into the NHL, I believe, until after his third year, right? Like, they let their guys sit and wait in the minors, and then they called them up. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of rushing prospects in the NHL, and I think it's part of the reason why the Rangers have so many prospects that flame out is because they just meet like, hey, you're the talk of the town. Get in here, and then we're just going to put you on the fourth line, play 8 minutes a night, complain you're not scoring, send you down, ruin your trade value, and then flip you for nothing.
To be fair, though, the Datsuk, Zetterberg were actually late-round picks, which is
fair.
Insane. The Red Wings were kings at that.
Yes.
Kings at getting – I think was Thomas Holmstrom a late-round pick too? Possibly.
That I don't know. But even guys like I said, like Seider, Larkin, Tyler Bertuzzi, he spends a lot of time. Philip Ronak, a lot of
Thomas
guys.
Holmstrom was a 10th round pick in 1994.
Yeah, he was a little bit back there, but I don't know. I'm all for letting guys over marinate the minors. You know who I think it's actually going to work out the best for because he has no trade value going into next year is Zach Jones. I think if Nico Mikalo walks, we're going to see Zach Jones, and we're going to see a good ass Zach Jones.
Yeah, Kakko and Lafreniere lost a lot with COVID messing their early development. Yeah, like I think that first year for Kakko was like he didn't get any time off. Like he went from because it was like the summer, right? He played like in his Finnish team, and then World Championships. He got drafted, and then in October he played with the Rangers. So like World Championships was when in that time?
It was right after I believe it was either during or right after the NHL playoffs because it ended right before the draft. Because remember, he was lighting it up at World Championships.
Yeah, so like July-ish,
Mm-hmm.
kind of. So you
And then
didn't
you had
get
the
much
Traverse
time.
City tournament before preseason.
Yes. Preseason.
It was a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, for his first month, I thought he looked good in on the Rangers. Taco, and then he had a rough patch.
That was all DQ though. I mean, that guy would not let his kids grow.
Let
I agree with
Othman-
this.
Yeah, let Othman suck up the seasoning
Mhm.
and cook slowly for a bit of time for the best
Mm-hmm.
experience. And then finish. But what I thought when he just said let let Othman marry.
100%. We don't need to rush him next year. Like what's gonna happen next year? We rush Othman, and then we put him on the fourth line or like put him on the third line. And he doesn't get any ice time. Let him play the first line. Hartford. Let him freaking lead the league in scoring in the AHL. Let him do it.
Mhm. And Will Cooley's got 25
Mhm.
goals this year.
Exactly.
Yeah, so things are looking up. I don't know how the playoffs are going for Hartford.
They won. They murdered the Thunderbirds. I believe if they win tomorrow, they advance to the next round.
Oh wow! All right, so go Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
The
loving it.
only problem I have with all this with Othman is one, if he kills it in preseason, how do you not let him just
Fair.
be on the roster opening
Mhm.
night? Two, if you can't bring back Kane and or Tarasenko, and you want to keep that kid line intact, how do you do it without putting Othman in the top 6?
That would be a scenario I'd be all for it. Absolutely, I'd be all for it.
What breaking up the kid line to put Othman?
Calling up Othman so we could fill in whoever leaves role. That I could agree with, so long as he's getting those minutes. But I mean, Kane and Tarasenko, they're both coming back, so I'm not too worried about it.
Tyler Mott will just slot in the top 6, no big deal.
I'd rather have Tyler. I will not complain if Tyler Mott's in the top 6, man. Like that's a sandpaper guy. I love him.
He
That's
actually
what
didn't look bad when he played with Kreider and Zibanejad for a bit last season.
Yeah,
I remember
I
they tried
remember
that
that.
for a bit.
Yeah, they tried.
Didn't they do that in Game 6 against
I think so.
Pittsburgh?
I think so, dude. He was,
And then they ended up scoring that goal towards the end.
Yeah, when he did the celly like that, where he pointed up like that.
No. I'm talking about when Kreider popped it over Louis Domingue and it rolled in.
He might have actually.
Louis.
I remember. I think it was Tyler Mott. He ended up winning a puck battle, got it to Kreider, and then Kreider just pops it over Louis Domingue's head. So, something like that happened.
I love that.
Regardless, I remember them being a line at one point.
Yeah.
Fourth line's been good for the Rangers, man. Like kind of
I
like this
love
on the
it.
same point as like your third pair defense. If your fourth line is pretty much unnoticeable in the fact that they're not making any mistakes, you have a good fourth line going for
It's stout. It's stout. I
Mhm.
mean, it's.
Good
I
word, I
love
like
it.
that.
I love it. All right,
real well.
boys. Last thing. Before we wrap this up,
We're not going
What-
5 hours?
Yeah, what the hell is this? We got 4 more
What
hours.
show is this? What kind of program are you running here, Joey?
What an amateur hour. What the hell is all this?
Ice cold takes after dark. Ice cold takes after dark. ... But not too far after dark.
Not till 3 o'clock in the morning. Are you sure?
But not that far after dark. What are we looking for in Game 3?
I think exactly what we saw in game 1 and 2. We just your foot on the gas, foot on their damn throats. Do not stop. Do not rest on the belief that they're going to come out and accept the fact that you just murdered them in front of their hometown fans, like committed literal murder twice, and they're just going to let you get away with it. They're going to come out hard, and I don't know. Like you said earlier, Joey, a few podcasts ago, you got to make them play your game. They're there to beat you, not the other way around. You need to control the damn game. Make them play your game. And then continue to kick their little asses. And hopefully this series will be over before we have to go to the Prudential Center again. So hopefully we don't have to go back.
Couldn't have said it better. All I could really add to it is if you could somehow, some way be better than you were and just annihilate the fuck out of them.
Yep.
But that's really all I could add to it. The Garden's going to be electric on Saturday. And make them shake, make them be nervous to play, and let's hope they could just freaking close us out early for once in our goddamn life.
Seriously, we don't want to go back. We don't want to go back there.
Well said, boys. I'll add in my final takes here too. Is don't stop at 1 goal, don't stop at 2 goals, don't even stop at 3 goals. Don't stop at 4 goals either.
We want 10.
Don't
We
stop
want 10.
until that
We want
final
10.
bell
We
rings.
want 10.
I
Yes.
didn't hear no bell.
I ain't hear no bell, Mr. Mosh.
I didn't hear no bell. Let's say I don't trust any lead. Any
Hell
lead.
no. Hell no.
No mercy.
Speaking
rule,
of
none
Randy
that
Marsh,
stuff.
I want them to win this series and walk around like they're Randy Marsh with his balls in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah,
Just excuse me.
for sure. Staying humble and not getting cocky. I think
Yes.
that's a good way to
Hell
to
yes.
close that one out on here. Well, anyways, Ice Cold Takes fans, YouTube commenters, YouTube subscribers, you guys were great. I love the interaction on this episode. Let's do it again. Let's make sure we keep
Yes.
doing this on all future episodes of Ice Cold Takes. And also, don't forget, super special announcement. If you missed it before I started this, Ryan Callahan is coming on Ice Cold Takes next week, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. You could watch it live on StreamYard. You could watch it on Twitter, YouTube, Old City Sports YouTube. You could find it wherever. If you can't catch it live and you don't want to, if you don't want to watch it on YouTube for whatever reason, I don't know, watch it on Spotify or listen to it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It's going to be great. I have so many questions I have to ask him. Like,
That's
John
that Yankee
Tortorella.
superstar, right?
How dare you? That's the other captain. That's the lesser. The Yankees guy is the lesser known captain. This is
Oh my
Captain
God.
Callahan, the captain.
Captain Cali.
Yeah. Who's Derek Jeter? I don't know who Derek Jeter is.
Derek Cheater.
Never heard of
That
it.
guy.
But yeah, Ryan Callahan next week. You guys don't want to miss that. So stay tuned for that. Let's go Rangers. Let's close out this series.